This will be my second video. My first one was heads up, no limit sit and go. Most of the videos from now on will probably be 25 max, no limit cash games. So just posted to blind here and see how things go. I might edit a few hands just because of time constraints with posting these videos. I don't really like doing that because to get the full, or to achieve what I'm trying to achieve, I want to analyze my game from all aspects, even the boring stuff. But I think just for time constraints, I'm going to pause the video every now and then until I get some playable hands and things of that nature. So let's see what's going on. Just sat at the table. I don't really know anything about these players. I'm probably just gonna play fairly tight right off the bat and see how things go. These games seem to be really loose. I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't think there's any really great players playing at this level. I played this level not a lot. Usually play fairly higher than this, but since I'm starting over on a new site, I figured I'll start from the bottom and work my way up. So I really don't know any of these players at all, but hopefully we can get some sort of a read and put them on some sort of a hand range and go from there. Just gonna toss this 3-8 on the button. I think I'm gonna make my my button opens will be a little looser than other positions, but even at this limit, I'm gonna stick to a pretty strict, tight game even from the button. I just don't think it's profitable to try and isolate from the button at this level. There's just too many loose players and too many calls, and I'm never really that far ahead with marginal holdings. So I think I'm just gonna play a fairly basic, straight up, solid game until I get a feel for some of these players. The short stack to my left, that's going to be an interesting thing because I think he's probably going to be pushing a lot, so I got to keep that in mind. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pause the video until I get a few playable hands, just because of the time constraints. It's been a couple orbits. I haven't really had a hand. This guy's min-raised a few times with weaker holdings, so I'm gonna go ahead and repop him here. 225. At a position in this hand. I really hate to play hands at a position, and I kind of wanted to isolate the button. Okay, get re-raised. A no-brainer toss, I would think, in this situation. This table seems to be playing not as loose as most 25 max tables I've played on this site so far. They seem to be playing fairly basic, raising in position. Not too much crazy stuff going on. Seems to be a fairly straight up table, so see what takes place here in the next few rounds. I got 8s under the gun here. Happy Joy seems to be kind of a reckless defender in the big blind, so I'm gonna go ahead and bump it up 4 times. Gab Tilt seems to be wanting to see a lot of flops, and he's playing very weak after the flop, so I think this is a pretty good board to continuation bet on. That could mean many things. I think I'm just gonna check this. That's a bad card, so I'll just check it. We could have been on clubs. His range is very wide, so he's either got a 10 or clubs, one of the two. Yeah. He's got that was actually a fairly decent hand he's been showing down some very weak hands. I think Happy Joy and Gab Tilt are willing to call more than the other players, so I'm just going to keep that in mind. I'm probably going to have to show down some strong hands because I'm not going to be able to get them off the pot otherwise. So I'm not going to be all that results oriented right off the get, because with the really loose play, it's probably going to be a high variance in this game with all the loose play. So I'm not going to be all that results oriented right off the bat. I think I'm just going to complete here with the Queen 9 suited and just take a flop. Okay, flop top pair. I think I'm just going to go ahead and bet the pot. A Genuine and the guy in the top right, they've been playing fairly solid, straightforward games, so I can probably get them off some hands with continuation bets. I'm going to go ahead and raise this up on the button to 125. Possibly be able to isolate Happy Joy and hopefully get a flop. Okay, folded one for a change. It's a rare occurrence, it seems to be. The guy in the top left, Morgan, 420, he seems to be just waiting for good hands and pushing with them most of the time. He's not playing any post-flop, he's getting it all in pre-flop, so I'm going to keep that in mind as well when I'm raising from the button. So I'm going to go ahead and pause again until we get a little more action. This game seems to be fairly good game. I'm pretty card dead right at the moment, so I think against a player like Happy Joy, I'm going to play a more trappy style, because he seems to try to take pots away if you show weakness. So if I flop a really big hand, I'm going to try to trap him. The rest of the players, I think I'm just going to play straight up. I'm going to take a flop with this Jack 9 suited. I'll just check it. I'm probably going to post these videos, probably 3 videos in each session at the same table, and they'll be listed as cash games 1, 2, and 3, just because of the time constraints and things like that. Ace 9 suited here on the button. This guy seems to be fairly tight, so I'm just going to fold it. As I said, I'm going to post videos no matter whether I'm winning or losing. To achieve my goal, I don't think it's a good thing for me to just post videos where I win. That'd be kind of tricking myself into thinking I'm winning when it's a possibility that I might not be doing so. So I'm just going to post them all, so some of them are going to be kind of boring, with not a lot of action. But to achieve what I'm trying to do and analyze my game and pick up on the leaks, I have to analyze all aspects, even the boring stuff. So I think this will put an end